Hello and welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be talking about Hyperia at Thorpe Park. Now, the actual structure of this video was going to be very different to what you're actually seeing today. I was going to be talking about how close is Hyperia to reopening and what problems have they found that they've resolved, because obviously the ride has been tested for quite a few days, and so it was going to be about when could the ride reopen. And then this morning, as I was making the video, Thorpe Park released this, basically confirming that Hyperia is officially going to be reopening tomorrow on Wednesday the 12th of June 2024. And I'm so glad that they are finally able to get this ride back open, and that they continue to send people into the heavens to find their fearless, and that this ride is finally reopened for people to enjoy, honestly. Because obviously, as we all know, it had its opening day, and obviously the press preview night, which is the day before, and since then it's been shut. And obviously, part of the reason that people say it closed might be to do with the fact that it ran for such long hours on opening day. Because let's not forget, it opened from about, on opening day, it opened from about 10 AM in the morning, I think, and it operated until about midnight. Bearing in mind the rest of the park was open until about 8 PM in the evening, because obviously they extended the hours just for Hyperia's opening day. Obviously the queue for Hyperia, when 8 PM came, was still about 3 hours long, so they continued to run the ride well into the night and into midnight pretty much. So it ran for a long time, and obviously people were prepared to go on it the next day, ready to ride it again, and they announced it would not be opening that day, and then things just got worse from there. They said it would just be closed for the 25th, and then later that day they confirmed it would be closed until the 29th. Then on the 28th they said it would be closed until the 8th of June. Then the 6th of June or 7th of June came, and they said they did not know an opening date. But it seemed likely that it would be reopening soon, because obviously they said that we're going to see trains on the track again testing, and obviously, of course, we did. And then obviously earlier today they confirmed it's going to be reopening on the 12th of June, so this Wednesday, tomorrow. So it's obviously, I was going to be talking about when the ride could potentially reopen, but in this video I'm going to be talking about what problems Hyperia faced in its downtime, and what Thorpe Park can do possibly to prevent a major downtime issue like this ever happening with the ride again. So obviously, when it reopens tomorrow, there are going to be so many people there, because like, if it only operated for one day, and it's just been closed since, the hype level for it is still going to remain the same pretty much as it did on opening day, or very similar anyway, because it's not like, obviously because of this, Hyperia has not had an opening day like other attractions. Like, remember Nemesis Reborn, that had a normal opening day and it didn't really suffer any major issues during its first few weeks. And so obviously it still had long queues for quite a few days. Like on its second day of operation, I think it had about a 90-minute queue, which isn't nearly as long as the 4-hour queue it had on opening day, but it's still pretty long. So I'm thinking Hyperia is going to be like that as of tomorrow pretty much. So we could expect Hyperia to be running for pretty long hours tomorrow as well. But obviously I'm not sure if that was the main core reason why it suffered extensive downtime for all these weeks. Now, not much is known about what actually caused Hyperia to basically break down and be closed for all these weeks, but there has been a lot of speculation, and we know it is something to do with the ride's lift hill. We know this because obviously a crane has been spotted basically just next to the rides, putting something on the ride's lift hill. Like, it might be rumours saying it's something to do with like the lift hill motor at the top of the ride, or over the crest, because obviously the crane that they had to actually close the ride for a couple of days consecutively while this crane was fixing whatever the problem was on Hyperia's lift hill. We even saw like an unknown sort of bracket thing that was being placed at the top of the lift hill. Nobody knows what it was, but it was temporary, because not long after those brackets were put there, they were removed. We don't know what the issue was, but it's likely it's something to do with the lift hill. And so obviously, a couple of days after the crane went, the ride started testing again, and it's been testing pretty much non-stop since. So we know it's something to do with the ride's lift hill, but that could be to do with the fact that it ran long hours on opening day, but it could not. Like I said, we have no idea what the problem with the lift hill was. We just know that something was up with the ride's lift hill, especially in the top part of the lift hill where the motor is. We don't know what it could be. It could be like, I know it could be a lot of heat generated at that part of the ride, or I don't know, like a lot of wear and tear from because obviously it operated for 14 hours, which is longer than the average operating length of a ride in one day, at least in the UK anyway. So it could be a multitude of problems, and even though I aspire to obviously learn a lot about roller coasters, I'm not like a ride mechanic, and I'm not sure officially. But there are speculations, or there were speculations that they were going to release like a new video from the park themselves, basically stating, going through all the details of what was actually up with the ride. So we're going to get like a little engineering video, which would have been really cool. Obviously, since the ride is now opening tomorrow, and whether we'll get this actual video, I have no idea. So we may never know what the problem with the ride is. But obviously, I'm sure Thorpe Park will take plenty of measures to make sure this doesn't happen again, or at least not for a long while anyway. Because obviously, we don't want a repeat of opening day, where it was open all day yesterday, or open all day tomorrow, sorry, and then the next day it's just closed again for another 2 weeks. I don't think Thorpe Park want that again, and obviously we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. We want to get on this ride, because up until tomorrow, Hyperia is technically classed as a rare credit, because the only people who have ridden it are people who were there on opening day, and those who were invited to the press preview night on the 23rd of May. Obviously, a lot of people have been on it, but like a lot of people who couldn't make it to opening day or the preview night haven't been on it and still waiting to be on it to this day. Now, obviously, we don't know what the issue is. We know that they will have fixed it, because obviously considering that they're announcing this opening tomorrow, pretty confident that they've fixed the problem with the ride's lift hill or whatever's happened to it. And hopefully, whatever they've done, it looks very strange what they've done. Like I mentioned earlier, that weird bracket that they put at the top of the lift hill. Nobody knows what that is, or at least nobody in like the general public or in the enthusiasts. The only people who really know what that bracket was for are probably Thorpe Park and the Mack Rides engineers, because I'm pretty sure the rumours saying they had to order a new part from Mack Rides themselves, which was delivered from Germany. And there was actually a new part for the ride spotted in the Rides Plaza area. So it will have been one of those things that, okay, this is an issue that's come up, we're now taking huge measures to make sure that we can delay the next time this happens for as long as possible, or completely prevent it from ever happening again. So hopefully, I'm confident that Hyperia will operate smoothly from here on out. Might have like the occasional minor issues where it breaks down for like an hour, because obviously ride operations aren't perfect. We do have the occasional breakdown, especially at Merlin Parks recently. But I'm confident that we hopefully won't see an issue on Hyperia like this for a while yet. And I'm so excited to see it back open tomorrow on the 12th of April. If you are going to Thorpe Park tomorrow or any day in the future and you're looking forward to ride Hyperia, let me know in the comments. Or if you've already been on it, if you're one of the lucky few who got to ride Hyperia on opening day or on a preview night, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. So I want to thank you all very much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, then please make sure to like and subscribe. And comment what you would like to see in the next video. Goodbye.